Hello friends, welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making Parmesan potatoes. So what we're going to start off with is a bag of small potatoes, which these are about 3 pounds worth. And what you're going to do is cut them in half until you've done them all, and we're going to place them into a large bowl because we're going to mix them inside of that. Right about this time while we're doing this, you can go ahead and preheat your oven, which you're going to need it at 375 degrees because we're going to have these in there for about 50 minutes to make sure they're cooked thoroughly. So once we have all our potatoes cut and in the bowl, we're going to start adding the ingredients that is going to give it the flavor. And we're going to start off with some olive oil. You're going to need about 1/4 of a cup. Now you may use a little more of this if it's to a point where you think that your seasonings aren't sticking or you need a little extra in there to help them stick to the potatoes. And then on top of this, we're going to add 6 cloves of garlic that have been minced up. Then you're going to add a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of thyme, and to this we're going to add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Then on top of all of that, we're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. And once we get this in, we're going to completely mix this up to where the seasonings are coated into the olive oil and they're sticking to all of the potatoes, because you want a really good coating of this on all of these. Just a reminder, if you haven't done it yet, we need to actually get our oven heated up, and it is going to be 375 degrees for 50 minutes. Now, as you can see here, I added a little bit more olive oil to mine just for the fact that I thought it needed it to make everything stick together. So it just really depends on how much your potatoes soak up the original 1/4 of a cup you put in. You may actually need more. It doesn't hurt to add a little bit to it. So once we get these all completely coated, we're going to take a pan and we're going to cover it with aluminum foil, and then we're going to actually dump these out into the pan and arrange them to where they're not really on top of each other. We want them spread out. We want to make sure that for the most part we'll just do it like face down to where the cut part is down to the foil, and just put them all over the place so that way they have room when they're cooking, so the oil and everything kind of like marinates between all of these, and all of the seasoning should stay in place as to where you want it to be as far as on your potatoes. And just make sure that you have some decent rows of these, because later on we're going to actually pour some butter over this after it comes out of the oven. So when you get this arranged completely, we're going to send it into the oven for the 50 minutes that it takes to cook. And when they come back, they'll look a little bit like this. So what you're seeing around the pan, around the potatoes, is a bunch of seasoning and oil. And then we're going to put butter over top of this. Now, I did not melt my butter completely because the potatoes will do that on its own. But being it's a little bit thicker, it's going to stay on top of the potato longer to soak in. And that was my point and way I did this. And when this is done and set for a few minutes, you can peel these potatoes off and arrange them on a plate so that way you can serve them for eating. With the butter that I was putting on, I used about 1/2 cup. You can use more if you'd like. And when you peel them off and put it on a plate, they're going to look something like this, and they have such a great taste. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have a moment, check out my cookbook, which is available on Amazon and in bookstores worldwide. Have a great day.